Hi, my name is Hung, and I'm one of the co-founders of Gigafy Work, a coaching and consulting company that specializes in providing team and leaders with practical strategies and training so that they can combat the negative effect of chronic stress and burnout in the workplace to support better engagement and well-being. So we are doing a series we call For Your Wellbeing, where we accept anonymous questions from folks around burnout, workplace well-being, healthy boundaries. So today's question is around the guilt that comes up when you contemplate the possibility of going on stress leave or taking a bit of a step back from work because you're feeling burnt out. The person that submitted this question is wondering, how do they deal with this feeling like they're letting their team down, or this feeling that maybe they are blowing things out of proportion, maybe their reaction to the situation is not warranted. So the first thing I wanted to say is that it's really important to accept your feelings. What you're feeling is valid. What you're feeling is real. You are not overreacting. You are not blowing things out of proportion. Most people do not contemplate the possibility of stress leave until they're very, very close to hitting the wall. And so just because you might feel like you're the only one that's struggling and everyone else around you seems like they're managing just fine, it doesn't mean that no one else is struggling. So the things that we observe from our work is that when one person's feeling this way, the chances are at least half of the team, if not most of the team, is feeling something as well. How they're managing that stress, how they're dealing with it might look very different from you, but it does not mean that things are going well for the rest of the team. So that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing I want to say is that it is okay to contemplate a stress leave, but before you go there, if you haven't already done so, I highly encourage you to think about how to have a crucial conversation with your direct supervisor about the way that you're feeling. So check out, we have a video on how to tell our boss that we're burned out. So check that videos out for some more tips. But the main thing here is that it's important for you to share with your leader how you're feeling, what's causing this, and what needs to change. Because taking a stress leave is helpful. It will give you the time and space to sleep, eat, attend to some of the basic foundational rest that you probably have been neglecting for a while. However, the moment that you feel better and you're ready to return to work, unless something has changed about that work environment or that workload or the way that that team function, chances are you're not going to feel very good going back to that environment if you want to go back at all. And so the idea here is that whenever possible, let's have that conversation and see what changes can be made. You can have that conversation either as a preventative measure so that you don't have to go on stress leave, or you can have that conversation as a return to work, right? So if you feel like, no, I just can't, I need to step away, I need to take some time and reflect and just decompress, do that. Then as part of your return to work plan, make sure you schedule some time to have conversation with your leader. You can explore ideas with them. You don't have to come to the table with all of the solution, but at least come and share with them what's not working and some of the ideas that you have. And then let's work together to figure out what needs to change. In terms of the feeling of guilt, one thing that I would invite you to do is think about it from a slightly different perspective. So when you step away, when you decide enough is enough, and I either need to have a conversation or I need to take some time off, what you're doing is actually ringing a very important alarm bell for your leader and for your team. Like I mentioned earlier, if you're feeling this way, something is not working for the rest of your team. And no one else is saying it, or everybody else is just trying their best, sacrificing their mental health and potentially their physical health to try and make it work. It's not sustainable. So what you're actually doing is disrupt that. And by disrupting that pattern, you create an opportunity for change to happen. And that change is not just going to support you, but it's going to support your leader, it's going to support your team. Because one way or another, if this way of working continue, you wouldn't be the only one that experienced this. You wouldn't be the only one that want to go on a stress leave or wanted to quit and go to a different job. Your team is going to experience a lot of turnover, and whenever turnover happen, that's a lot for your leader to manage, and that's a lot for the organization to figure out how to adjust. So by ringing the alarm bell sooner than later, you're actually helping everyone to pay attention and to have this really important conversation so that you can change things for the better, not just for you, but for the rest of your team. Okay, so one last thing I want to say is that support is available. We do one-on-one coaching. We offer a 30-minute complimentary session so that you can just reach out. Sometimes it's even just helpful to get a little bit of venting and get just a few strategies and understand what your next step should be. Or if you want longer-term support, that's available to you too. So reach out for help. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for submitting your question. Keep the questions coming, and we're going to try our best to address them.